everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am going to be doing an oil change on my daughter's 2022 Sienna. So this is the 2.5 liter hybrid that is in all the Siennas now, same as the Camrys and RAV4s and things like that all had the same motor. So, but this is an all-wheel drive Sienna, so we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'll show you what it takes for this. So obviously, you got your oil, got a 5-quart jug. She buys the Kirkland brand at Costco because it's get it on sale. It's a great deal, and it's tested well. So as long as you change it regularly, which she does this every 5,000 miles. Got a Toyota filter. It is the N1. You can also do same exact number except the F1, and it's a little bit longer. That will also fit. You got a new gasket for the drain bolts. Got a towel, some gloves, a socket that I might need for this, for the oil filter wrench. Sometimes I can get it off okay. I don't put them on super tight, so a lot of times my hands will be able to get off. I use this to get off the old gasket. I just kind of go in like this and then give it a pop. And if it doesn't come off with the drain bolt, 14 millimeter wrench to loosen the drain bolt, and a 10 millimeter socket. I think this one has 10 millimeter nuts on it to remove the oil access cover. So, and then of course a funnel when we refill. So, and then of course you got to have your trusty drain pan. So I'm gonna get under and we will get going here. I popped the hood and look what we have. So like I told my daughter, I said, she's got some mice in the garage and they've been chewing away at this piece also. This is actually, my wife thinks it's a stuffed animal they got a hold of because of the type of fluffing, and there's like the hair and stuff. And then this black is from this hard foamy stuff right here. You can see where they've kind of chewed away at that right there. So luckily, nothing wires and stuff yet. So my daughter is going to get a bunch of the 5-gallon buckets that they climb up into and fall into, and because it's just water that you have to use, and it'll be safe around their kids. So, but kind of crazy. Wasn't expecting that. Go ahead and get this out of here. Look at the leaves and stuff too. That's kind of weird. So I think it's like they brought those leaves in too. Because the leaves would not blow up into here like this. So they have used those for some, I'm gonna get my vacuum to get the rest of that out. Oh, yeah, and look at this. They were chewing on this too. They've chewed this all up. Wow. The good thing is that they chewed this and not this. So you don't want to be messing with wires and all that hassle. Well, I never expected that, just to be able to pop the oil cap and so I can drain out the oil. That's kind of crazy. So I have never experienced that before. So the first thing I need to do is get the cover off, and it is indeed some 10 millimeter bolts, so I'll get those off real quick. It's like a piece of styrofoam was up there or something. That was really weird. So one thing I do is I do take a peek at it and I make sure nothing was leaking from there, and the oil filter is tucked right up here and nothing was leaking from there, so that's good. So I like to make sure of that. So you want to get either a 14 millimeter wrench or a socket or anything like that. So anything just to get it broken loose. What I do is I twist this and unscrew it, but I keep pressure on it. And then once I know it's completely unthreaded, then I just pull it back. And it makes it nice and quick. If you've got your rag handy, then you can just dry it off. So here is the washer. It did come off with the drain bolt, so that's nice. Just dry this off and have it ready to go. Once I start to get that draining out nicely, then I know I can go ahead. Once it's not shooting at an angle, it's just kind of comes straight down. My pan's long enough that it will allow it to drip, and I can be under the filter also. See, there's the oil filter right there. So, and then you can see the tools around it. So I'm going to go ahead and start to loosen that. And usually all it takes is barely a turn. And once I get about a turn on it, then it's usually pretty easy to get off with my hand. So now, when I turn this, I will go ahead and let it try to drain as much out as will, just so I don't make any kind of bigger mess than I need to. And I try to turn it so that it's upside down, so the opening is up as soon as I get it off of there. There we go. And then I'll tip it once I'm over the drain pan. There we go. Sweet. So now I always wipe off the mating surface here with it. If you have an aftermarket filter that you're using, make doubly certain that the gasket didn't stay on the filter housing, because it will leak if you have double gaskets. And Toyota oil filters will not have that issue, because the oil, the filter gasket on it is already held on, so it's like in its own groove, and it will never not come off. It will always come off with the filter. So I've never seen one stay on there. So now while that's dripping, I will go ahead and go up. We'll pre-fill the filter and we'll come down and spin that on. One really cool thing too about the OEM filters is they come with this protective wrap, and it's because, as you can see in there, and you'll see now, that the gasket is already pre-lubricated. So very cool. Now, this can be a little tricky. These are short filters. I mean, this doesn't even, it'll go down and hit it before it even seats. So it doesn't take a lot of oil, and it will soak in, and then you'll see the oil level go down. This filter is mounted horizontally, but it doesn't leak because of the drain back valve right there. Okay, it's still dripping, And it'll drip for quite a while if you let it. So, and I do try to do that. I missed the hole. I pushed it over too far. Yeah, if you don't miss it like that, then a lot of times I don't get any drippage from it. You know, a little bit of a run there, but that's okay. But once you get it snugged up, that's all it needs. It doesn't have to be. Okay, I want to go ahead and wipe this now. Got the new gasket on the drain bolt. There we go. And I give it a little twist. Again, doesn't have to be tight. Don't over tight it. Just snug it up. Okay. So that is done. So we are done underneath here, other than putting the cover back on. But I do check it. I do start it and I check it to make sure. Okay. This takes 4.8 quarts, so almost the whole jug. The oil's in. I'll check the level when I get it back on flat ground. But it's usually right on the button if I put in what it calls for. I rarely see it not line up. Got this back on. And I'm going to clean up the engine cover, because once I cleaned everything off of that, you could tell, and that's where the mice chewed off the toilet emblem, and they were eating there and then around this edge right there too. So let's clean this up as best we can. So that wraps up this oil change with a twist. So anyway, she's going to go ahead and get some mousetrap set up and whatnot, so that should take care of her problem fairly quickly, and we'll just keep an eye on it from there and make sure that they're not still trying to make a home in there. So thanks for joining me, guys. Any questions or anything like that, please holler. Feel free to ask, comment, anything, and until next time, we'll see you down the road.